Hello guys and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh video on this channel. Today we're going to take a look at my Crystal Beast deck profile for September 2022. So let's begin. I will say with the new support they got, I'm down to try to play them in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, and with the Legend of Crystal's structure deck that we'll get in the end of September. It will also be a big help. But let's start. I'm playing 3 copies of the newest boss monster to them, Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This card is one of the best cards that they could add, that Konami could add to this deck profile, because it it actually just counts as a Crystal Beast every time. And that's why I'm using triple copies of Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. The light is a little bad, but I hope you know what it is of cards. Sapphire Pegasus have that ability to, when this card is summoned, you can place one Crystal Beast monster from your deck to the spell and trap card zone. And since Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon counts as a Crystal Beast, you can activate the effect and place Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. For the next one, we're using 2 copies of Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle is one of the better 2-ups in this deck profile, and I really just love the card. When special summon as many Crystal Beast cards that you have in your spell and trap card zones. Then for the rest of the Crystal Beast, we're using 1 Emerald, Amber Mammoth, 1 Topaz Tiger, 1 Emerald Tortoise, the 1 Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat, and the 1 Cobalt Eagle. I'm using 1 copy of the rest of the monsters because I think that it's fine that only using 1. I also have sided out 1 copy of each of the last 5. So instead of only running them, I have 2 of each Crystal Beast except for Rainbow Dragon and Sapphire Pegasus. And the reason why I just sided it out, because if it needs to be put inside of the deck again, well, then I have room for it. Yeah. Moving on to the next monsters. 2 copies of the boss monster in the old days, Rainbow Dragon. And I'm so hyped for their next boss monster, fusion boss monster, which will be Rainbow Dragon the Overdrive, legendary something. I can't remember the name. I will also make an updated deck profile of this deck profile when we get the structure deck for them. Then, for the rest of the monsters, I'm using 1 Artifact Scythe. You can see shit for the light. Then I'm using 1 Destiny Hero Celestial and the 1 Destiny Hero Dasher for our DP. And for the last monsters, 2 Ash Blossoms. Ash Blossom is a very good hand trap, but I thought, well, let us just run 2. Normally this deck doesn't need hand traps, but I just had space. So yeah, I will say that this deck profile might be one of the best deck profiles that I have created. And I'm also so hyped for the, the Tin of the Pharaoh's God. I have ordered some of the, some of the boxes for it, and I will of course open it on YouTube. Moving on to the spells, we're using 2 copies of Rainbow Bridge. This is one of the best searchers for the deck profile, because activate this, search for example, our next spell card, Crystal Bond, activate Crystal Bond, and just continue your search. You are using so many resources for this deck profile, and I just love it. Then I'm using 1 Crystal Promise, the 1 Crystal Beacon, and the last spell card, 1 Fusion Destiny, for, again, our DP. Then moving into the trap line, we actually have a decent amount. We start out with a list 2 Trap Trick. This card is actually one of the best trap cards you can use in this deck profile, and that is because of the next trap card, which is 3 copies of Ultimate Crystal Magic. Ultimate Crystal Magic is one of the best trap cards ever to exist in this deck profile, because you can just activate it, and yeah, fusion summon your boss monster from your extra deck. So that is definitely the reason why I'm using 3 copies of this card. Moving on to the next one, I'm using 3 copies of Torrential Tribute. You can't, again, for the light, I apologize for that. I will begin to record my deck profiles when it's daytime. It's nighttime right now. It's about 10 p.m. So yeah, it's a little dark. Yeah. Moving down to another 2 ups, we're using 2 Skill Drain. Skill Drain is actually good in this deck profile. I didn't know that, but it is actually one of the better trap cards to use in this deck profile because you actually don't need your monster's abilities. You are going after to get your fusion boss monster out. Of course, the effects will be negated, but again, if you can stop your opponent from playing cards, then it doesn't matter. Then I'm using 1 copy of Crystal Conclave. I will try to maybe get 2 more copies of this card for the next deck profile, because I think it's a very good card. Then for the last trap cards, we're using 1 Ice Dragon Prison and the 1 Waking the Dragon. And I just love this deck profile so much. Okay, my lamp started to just be more bright. What's going up there, Jesus? Relax. Thanks. Moving into the extra deck, we're using 2 copies of the boss monster for now. The Rainbow Over Dragon. This monster is just a legend to this deck profile. Summon it out. Once per turn, banish Crystal Beast monsters from your graveyard to let this card gain its attack. And also, it has a shuffle ability to shuffle all cards on the field back into the deck. Next, for the fusion, 1 DPE, of course. It's the Monday of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we go into our Xyz line, and that is 1 number 41, Babushka the Terrible Hired Tapir. 1 number 82, Heartland Drago, because we're using spell traps. Activate effect to attack directly if we control spell traps. The 1 number 60, Dogaris the Timeless. 1 Daigusto Emerald. And the 1 Zeus, or Zeus, how you pronounce it. I will say Xyz line, perfect. And for our Waking the Dragon, I will maybe shuffle it out again when the next deck profile comes up. 1 Baron de Fleur, and that is because of course, Waking the Dragon. I'm not going to use Ash Blossom as a tuner for this bad boy. Just saying. Then we move into our Link line. 1 Artifact Dagda, the 1 IP Masquerena, the 1 Nightmare Cerberus, the 1 Unicorn, and the 1 Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, and Access Code Talker. This is one of the... I just love this extra deck so much because it is one of the best extra decks that I have created. And most likely because I've always been a fan of the Crystal Beasts. So, again, yeah, I just love it. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this deck profile for now. I hope you enjoyed. I will later on, I think it's in next week, because yeah, this was recorded on September 7th, the 7th of September. Then I will open up some more Tactical Masters to hunt down the last Labyrinth. I'm still hunting down for some of the Ultras. I haven't pulled the big boss lady yet, but it will come one day. It will happen. I am certain about that. But before we, end this video, I will say, come on. I will say thanks to one of my friends to actually send me these cards. He asked me, can you use these? And then he challenged me, build a deck around them. And I was like, sure, why not? So I have a challenge. If you want to see a Sphinx deck profile, please leave a like on this video and comment down below what deck profile I should try out to build next. Of course, for budget. I am not going to build, let's take for example Sprite or Splite, how you pronounce it, and I will not be building the, what's it called? I can't remember what the name is called, but right now I'm not focusing so much on building modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, except for of course the Labyrinth. That is actually the only deck profile that I'm hunting down. And I also got this in the mail today. One Elder Anthony interest to the Labyrinth, which is super duper fun. I just love it. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this deck profile. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.